mister, I did 10 battles last year. It's kind of commendable. He even made it number 12 on the top 20 as well, which is quite respectable. Now his ego's as big as his rhyme pad, prolific with the way that he writes raps. It's just a pity that 90% of the battles he actually did were quite bad. I mean, nobody cared about what this man had in store, so boasting about the amount of them is an actual chore. Why would you brag about how many you did when the clashes were poor? Like, ooh, now we get to not care about the fact that you're battling more. That's the problem with the amount. If every verse is unbearable, I don't care about your work ethic if your work is terrible. It's like a UFC fighter claiming he's going to fight like Tekken, walking into the press conference saying his hand should be classified as a type of weapon. He makes weight, he's on time, it looks like he should be in the right profession, but none of that matters if he gets knocked out in 19 seconds, and that's Gashole shtick. The dude is waste. His battle rap record last year was 2-8, a true disgrace. His philosophy when doing this is losing's great! But he keeps getting bodied and telling us he learned stuff. Like, yeah, I got placed up in a grave and I lost, dude, but my stock grew, which is amazing in a way. You can cope how you want in the end. I just gotta say what I say because the winner of the battles will never be the friends you made along the way. Bro, the winners were your opponent. It's true but absurd. Friendship came second. You came third. And your first battle was 2 years ago, which is also the first time you ever dropped bars. So he's got no discernible flow patterns that can really set him apart. His punches have no soul, and they've never been hard, but my punches carry control like Kendrick Lamar. You see, you act like this is clearly your dream, but you rap like you're trying to sell us a pyramid scheme. I was 15 years of age, sharpening my skill set before getting my flowers. Now I'm 6-0 in battle rap, everybody getting devoured. This ain't some random shite that I decided to do one day when I stepped out the shower. So what the fuck is 10 battles compared to 10,000 hours? Whoa.
Yo, that was pretty good, but something I need to mention. How dare you? My record was 3-7. Let's go, So it's the undefeated DEBURKE. Did bits in other leagues, killed almost everyone in his newcomer crop, now the kid's in front of me. What a surprise! The hot prospect is a watered down, overrated, milquetoast, welcome overstaying, human compilation of clips of shuffle tea when you've got the vid on double speed. But there's a hole in his game like a missing puzzle piece. Thinking he can be champ of the brand, I think I'll crush his dreams. He came to leave your jaws on the floor, I came to leave him picking up his teeth. Cause I am a treat to watch, like he's into cuckoldry. He's undefeated. You're all excited, we've heard the anticipation to see who's next in line for DEBURKE. Imagine spending all your time to research, writing these words, losing your weekends to recite and rehearse, just to be a second-rate Irish reverse. Is no one else tired of these nerds? I've already left the country to battle, now I'm trying to leave Earth. If I was champ, I'd fill stadiums, fans in the nosebleeds. I've got dope schemes so sweet, I get props from all the OGs and the new crop of killers like Oppo and Low Supreme. When I string things together like Jolene and Stone Free. Even when I'm turning up as murder buff, face painted ghostly, give my ops nightmares, lying awake, no sleep, rapping about how I'll cut them to shreds and cook them like roast beef. But meanwhile, we ought to start calling Shuffle Bo Peep, cause it's like he fed his DNA to what they use to clone sheep. But you don't have his charisma. It's like he fed his DNA to what they use to clone sheep, but you don't have his charisma. Your personality's so weak. This is a clash of two big characters, and they're both me! Go! You meet almost everyone in London from Prem that's new, so even now I'm sure you don't expect to lose, but I put in the graft to trim the fat like a centrifuge. Let's see what the best of 23 has for the best of 22. You have plenty left to prove, because you never move. My fourth battle was in New York. This is your fourth in the engine room. I'm begging you, rap like the rent is due, cause treat me like I'm entry level, leave with exit wounds. Time!
Yo. So GHAST Buff is the promo king. Some of the other battlers tend to get a bit bitter because they all rap on beat, which is something he can't do and he's never considered, but somehow he climbed the totem pole and became the impeccable winner, and he did all of this by making a bunch of weird edits on Twitter. I mean, I want him to rap on beat and prove that he's an incredible spitter. He's like, I can't do that, but I photoshopped this picture of and he's dressed like a wizard. I said, that's obviously not what I asked for. But who cares about the diss tracks or the raps they writing when you can just edit Bizzo Bond into Attack on Titan? I mean, imagine me trying to show my friends battle rap through one of your vids. Like, yo, I've been doing these battles in London, it's sick, and I'm actually clashing this guy GHAST BUFF in a bit. He's done me the favor of making this introductory clip to battle rap. So here, let me show you the stuff that he did. Check it out. So here we got Tony D, widely considered to be the greatest at rapping. And as you can see in GHAST BUFF's video, he's been placed on a dragon. Not sure why. Here comes Gemini, Don't Flop Champion, on a throne, which is kind of awesome. Looks like he's gotten off the throne. Looks like he's gone to fight a goblin. They're gonna start rapping soon, I'm pretty sure. Let me just skip some more. Once I get past the part where he edited in a civil war, bro. Your promo videos are so strange and deceiving that my friends and family think I roleplay in the evenings. And I think you're a great guy, but honestly, you make this hobby seem so obsolete every single time you talk to me. He'll pop up like, hey, DEBURKE, did you hear I'm in the Water League? And I'm like, the Water League? That's incredible, bro. Gotta leave. The fact I've had a train to catch every time we chat is honestly so weird. The fact I've had a train to catch every time we chat is honestly so weird, especially when you consider the fact that I drove here. I've lost 3 cars and a bike to this motherfucker. 37,000 pounds down the drain, it leaves me a little disheartened. But 4 less conversations with you, bit of a bargain. Time.
As if it's an accomplishment for me to beat him when his crop are all shit. They've got one personality between them, an RX called Dibs. Now we've got this Doctor Who sidekick who learned how to rhyme shit. Oh, just because he understands multis, we're meant to accept the prick. He filled all the blank spots in Shuffle's book. It's a pretty comprehensive mix. Got an Excel spreadsheet of rhymes the size of Call of Duty, 237 gigs. Wants to carve out his own place in the scene, but when you cut so clean from Shuffle's mold, how do you expect to fit? There's a difference. You're a YouTube clickbaiter. You make top 20 lists. I'm a very good battle rapper. I make top 20 lists. Just for those who don't know, DEBURKE's YouTube has more subs than Don't Flop. So let me make sure I get this right. Irish battle rap content farmer. What are you, lazy-ass Jacksepticeye? half XQZ, half XQC. A constant stream of algorithm-ticking garbage multimedia. Now fancies himself an MC. Yeah, he's an admin for Wikipedia. What's the point of his massive follow account? No one's watching his battles and he's not watching his mouth. It's pretty obvious how he only got involved because he wanted the clout. But if he's not going to speak with chest, don't be surprised if I hollow it out. I mean, you gotta admit, it's a weird way to make a living. Making videos about disappearances, time travel, and rapping about atheism. Now, this might be a hot take, but holy wars are something I personally don't support. I get it. Religious divisions desecrated Irish towns. I'd love for people to take their Bibles out and point out a passage that doesn't support everyone putting their rifles down. But personally, I become a man of faith when I write these rounds. Because I start to believe the power of God is the only thing strong enough to strike me down. So try me, clown. So fucking try me, clown. Let's go. God is the only thing strong enough to strike me down. So try me, clown. Because no one ever became stab-proof from a subscriber count.
Go. Let's go, guys. Yo. So GHAST BUFF's been called a school shooter in like 6 battles. I personally think it's getting a little repetitive, because like I said in the second round, he's also a big fan of video editing. But they just keep talking about the school thing, as if it's even a little bit pertinent. But that's just a small aspect of who he is as a person, so get it right. He's a video editing school shooter. I mean, he still does that thing. He used to be having the last laugh because he rolled into class with 2 different Macs in his backpack. He was raised up in Bristol as a bit of an alternative emo, but his life was less like Skins and a little more like Peep Show, so at school, he got bullied. And he always wanted to get the best of them, but he didn't know whether to edit his clips or fucking empty them. He's stuck in his ways. You can tell he's been into some scuffed up shit. If I give him a buzz right now, his ringtone would be pumped up kicks. But you're right. I did those true crime videos. I had to study some killers and all. I analyzed some information that left me really appalled. I had to study the blueprints and every single thing they would scrawl, all the way to the stuff they would pin on their wall. And sometimes it got stuck in my brain and it stayed there muddled for a couple of days. But it's my job to know the facts. And the one thing that makes me feel like I'm not fucking insane is the fact that he also knows all that information, but he doesn't get paid. He just knows it for fun. He just knows it for fun. He's working on a project. And that's why you'll always be at the end of the roster. You're a nonsensical, irrelevant, perpetual talker, a definite stalker with the mannerisms of Jeffrey Dahmer, but a rhyme that looks like it was scribbled up by Elliot Rodgers. I could have sent him to Jen to get slaughtered, but I'd rather do this myself for the honor, because in Dungeons & Dragons, you can always cosplay as some incredible monster, but I'll be the reason that battle rap is something you never will conquer. They say I'm the best newcomer because my angles are so direct and they're spoke with chest. I got my opponents asking if it's fucking over yet, so when they say I could wipe out my whole class, it's because my flow's the best, and when they say you could wipe out your whole class, I think you know the rest.
Saying you look like you live in your mother's basement is a colossal understatement. This is not a violent man, doesn't ride with a gang, doesn't hit like a truck just because he's wide as a van. He's not as funny as Shufflo, nowhere close to as good as writing as Frank, just a YouTuber with too much time on his hands, best newcomer. If he's the measuring stick, I'm the line in the sand. Come on. This is automatic enrollment. Getting this work comes with a retirement plan. And if this is your job, penning verses, then your partner is entitled to death in service! His shoulders are caving in from all the pats on the back DEBURKE gets. Oh, he's lyrically intricate. The way he crafts his verses and raps is perfect. Well, defeat is a great teacher, and that is a lesson you haven't learned yet. You haven't written for killers and prepped for waging a war, run into setbacks, and had to hype yourself into staying the course. And the whole point of picking a style is making it yours. If he buys a winter... The whole point of picking a style is making it yours. If he buys a winter coat, Shuffle's gonna take him to court. And you might get critical acclaim and applause, but you will never get a fan to pay on the door. What's the point of these newcomers showing some promise if they can't get the fans to open their wallets? Me being a character in battle rap gives him a massive handicap. His success is like his millions of YouTube views. What you write about is interesting, and it has nothing to do with you. If this was a mirror match, you'd have nothing wrote. The best man at his wedding would fucking choke. Now my patience is as thin as the skin on a drum set, and as soon as I've got none left, I'll stomp on the mug's head, destroy the brain like he's one of the undead, and ditch the body in the forest once the sun sets. He'll go from making vids about mysterious disappearances to becoming the subject. We're both video editors, but when I'm in the pit I show my conviction, turn foes into victims. Everything special about you came with your Adobe subscription. And if I put a cap on his rise, then I've done my job, because it's not speed that stills, it's not speed that kills, it's the sudden stop. Time.
DEBURKE had 2-7 losing or something like that. That was quite good. I had that on there, sorry, I don't remember. GHAST BUFF, hole in his game, puzzle piece, trying to leave Earth. That was enough notes I had to take in that round. He clearly took the first. Gas like really raised the level when it came back to him. I thought he clearly took the first. DEBURKE had the promo angle, like the promo video angle was great imagery. Then it had a really good payoff punchline as well. Train to Catch was really good. GHAST had the strike me down bit. That performance bit was really, really good. I had that DEBURKE taking that round though, once again going 1-1 going into the third. Sorry it's a bit choppy, I'm just reading my notes. Yeah, he had a good angle about like being an editor and a school shooter, like the clips wordplay thing, that was really clever. And then GHAST, for me, like, just had better writing in the third. I didn't really have any standout notes, but it was just I think his writing was slightly better in the third and was a bit more quicker with it. Yeah, just by an edge. There wasn't really much to go with in the third to win the battle, but I would just say his performance was a bit better and his took it by an edge really. So 2-1 to GHAST.
Alright, cool, cracking again, don't flop. Judging GHAST BUFF versus DEBURKE. Again, like similar to Canal, and Dub T. It was 1-1 going into the third, and I wanted one of them to come out and like proper smash the third and like proper go for it and take it. But I feel like maybe they had their better rounds earlier in the battle, and maybe just saving the third is like a little throwaway. I gave it to DEBURKE in the end. Again, just on the 3 rounds as a whole, as like a whole body of work, I just feel like we're a bit better than GHAST BUFF.
GHAST BUFF versus DEBURKE, they were both like, it's really a coin toss with them because they both had very good content, they both had quite similar styles for me, but I think you could just see that GHAST BUFF put a bit more effort into it, and I think he won that battle, yeah. So, that's right.